Yes. Wait. Yes. Okay, so what you're looking at, like, at this, like, well, what is that hot ass shirt dress top thing that she's wearing? This is my paper doctor's gown from when I went to the doctor. You guys remember my last video. So I don't know why I brought it home. Actually, I do know why I brought it home. Because I'm a klepto. I stuck it in my pocketbook, and now I have it on right now. Ta-da! That looks kind of cool, right? Classy. I'm not trying to flash out. I don't want to pop the girls out. I know that my subscriber demographic is really young, so I'm not trying to corrupt the kids. So last night I was watching The Real Housewives of Atlanta season finale on Twitter with my Twitter fam, and we were just going through what we thought. Well, I was going through what I thought was going on. First of all, Cynthia got married to Peter's uncle / Uncle Ben, and apparently he ain't got no money, and she has no money either. Now, I'm sure Bravo's cutting them a little check, but it's not like real, like, it's not like The Hills or Laguna Beach MTV money. Those kids were getting paid like $90,000 an episode. I know for a fact that the Atlanta Housewives ain't getting paid that much. So Cynthia is worried. She's crying. She don't know if she should get married. Not even she doesn't know she should get married. She was gonna get married regardless. Her sister was looking extra depressed and suicidal the entire episode. I'm pretty sure there's either something going on with Peter and her sister, or her sister wants something to go on, or her sister, they used to sleep together, something. Peter be cooking her Uncle Ben's rice and then bring it to her on a late night, and she be licking the back of his knees or something. Something fishy going on there. Her mom also made an appearance. She looks exactly like the sister, and at the wedding I want to say she was Wiz Khalifa high. Her eyes were way too low, like just like this. I don't know what she was sipping or what, but Cynthia's mom looked high. Ooh, excuse me, let me just do the one shoulder. I'm gonna do the NeeNee, right? You know, NeeNee always has a dress on that hits that shoulder. So NeeNee and Greg had a little scene, and I have to say that I never knew how thick Greg was till last night. Greg's measurements are 42, 35, 56. I was like, damn, Greg! His shape reminds me of the episode on Girlfriends when Joan was dating the guy that had the hips, the one that had to wear the Spanx and the girdle. You know what I'm talking about. If not, you gotta see it. So Greg's extra thick. I don't even know what the hell they were talking about, because when NeeNee came on the screen, I had to pee, so I left, came back, they were gone. Kim got a breast reduction. Her boobs still look like a triple D cup. She was like, her boyfriend is some little, like, really, like, nice, like, spaced out white boy. And she's like, oh, you know, I'm worried about my boobs. Do my boobs look big? I don't want him to be looking at my boobs, whatever. But then she wore this, not, you know, people wear V-neck tops. She wore like a U-neck. Like, it came all the way down and looped under her boobs and then came back up. Everybody was filling her up at the ceremony. This gown is cold as hell. Let me put on a jacket. I was like, Kim, he's not worried about your boobs. He's worried about your throat all back here. Okay? As long as your throat works, he's cool with the relationship. Apparently they're pregnant now. Kim still ain't got no ring. Last night NeeNee tweeted on online, Kim has 3 kids with 3 different baby daddies. Kim ain't about ish. I didn't know that Kim's daughters were by 2 different dudes, but I guess that does make sense, right? Then Lawrence, who I guess is my favorite gay on the show, because I don't really like Derek J. He's because he wears clothes that skinny females don't even wear. But he's a fat man wearing his clothes. Can somebody check or email me or look up what size shoe he wears? Because I'm pretty sure he wears like a 16 wide, 16W, and he's staying in some Giuseppe's or some like hot new Louboutins or some like YSL boots that I can't afford. But his fat wide foot fits in them, girl. So then, right, long story short, with the whole NeNe and Greg thing, him and Dwight's relationship was always weird to me from the beginning. I'm pretty sure Greg effed Dwight while he's wearing his fur pants. Yeah, I remember the mink long pants that Dwight had on last season with the pockets. I'm pretty sure they were knocking boots in the fur cargos. Yes. Thinking about it. The man minks. So then Candy was on for a little bit. I don't really remember what was going on with her. Again, I had to pee again. I had drank a lot of fluids yesterday, so I was peeing a lot. The one thing about Candy that I do say that I like is that she just brings her mom everywhere. Like, her mom be at the club, her mom be at the supermarket with them, her mom be at all the baby showers, her mom be at all the Kentucky Derbies, her mom be on the bus with them, sleeping in the bed next to her, her mom be at the sex shop buying vibrators with her, her mom be at church with her, her mom everywhere. Her mom was at the gay pride parade with her. I don't know if she went to all those places on the show, but I'm sure that Candy be doing all that stuff. She's kind of freaky. Remember the sugar in the cooch thing? That was nasty. You, if you're watching this, you better not have tried that. Domino sugar oil in the... Stop. In the vag, though? That sounds dangerous. And sticky. So what did I miss? Oh, Phaedra, our favorite fake housewife, came on the screen for a little bit, and she was like, oh, you know, this is the first time I'm leaving my son. I'm crying thug fake tears. And she was like, I hired somebody to watch him who's well versed in parenting, because she has 3 kids. Some random lady who has 3 kids. Phaedra said she's a good mom because she has 3 kids. Having a lot of kids doesn't mean that you're good at being a parent. That just means that you're good at getting pregnant or bad at buying condoms. So Phaedra started, I want to say they said she cried. I didn't see any tears. But wasn't Phaedra just in Florida with them the week before? Not shedding no tears? Dancing around with them stripper client / Apollo's BFFs? Yes. That's what I had thought too. Did I forget anything? Oh, then let's go back to the whole Cynthia drama. So Cynthia's extra depressed. She's like, well, you know, worst comes to worst. If it doesn't work out, I'm not locked in. I can always get a divorce. Girl, what? If I'm getting married, this is me. And this is me talking about, hold on, the Reezy piece is hiding. Okay, boom, you see that? Boom, bling, bling. If I'm getting married, no, when I get married, I'm in my head only planning on getting married one time. I'm not thinking, well, when this ends, I got my eye on this other piece that I'm gonna get married to after him. No, that's not how, like, this as a, you know, as, can y'all see my legs? No. I'm only planning on getting married one time. So Cynthia's planning on getting married and getting divorced all before she even got married. I don't know. So then apparently Peter really is just poor as hell. Like, no money. I don't know what he did with all the money that he accumulated in the past 300 years that he's been alive. But he ain't have no money now. Not to say that you need to marry somebody for money, Cynthia, but Russell Simmons apparently had proposed to her too at one point. Yes, Uncle Rush, who we know is gay with a capital. Hey! He proposed to her, and look what he did for Kimora Lee's life. If Russell Simmons proposed to me right now, we would get married yesterday. We wouldn't have sex or hold hands. No. We would hold hands, but I wouldn't let him, like, hug me or talk to me, like, in my face. Because I met him once, and I was doing an interview. I had the microphone in my hand like this, and Russell spit all over the mic and all over my hand. Like, legit, because, you know, he's got that speech impediment, that little stutter, saliva thing that comes out of his face. All on the microphone, all on my hand. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna run to Dwayne Reed and use my Rush card to get some hand sanitizer. Just gross. So, Russell Simmons proposed to her. She turned him down. Then she was dating a football player or a basketball player, some guy who has, some big guy with big money who plays one of those big sports. And he proposed to her. Apparently she took the ring. and she gave it back. And then Leon, David mother effing Ruffin. I don't know how many of y'all saw the Temptations movie, but I love David Ruffin. I don't even call him Leon. I don't even know what the hell his name is. Whenever I see him, I'm like, oh, David Ruffin. Love him. And he's living lavish in his little tight floral shirts. And he's the guy, he's Cynthia's baby daddy. So they couldn't afford the bar or whatever. There was some randomness where they couldn't pay for the liquor. And Cynthia's dad called and she's like, hey daddy, we're a couple $1,000s short for the wedding. And he was like, well, it's nice out there today, right? Have you been outside? Like, completely ignored what she said to him. And he was like, alright baby, take care. Have fun at the wedding. Don't drink too much. And hung up the phone. So, and the whole time I was watching that scene, I was like, yo, that reminds me of my dad. Because my dad is cheap as hell. My dad would have been like, alright, well, it's going to be a sink at the venue. Because if everybody can cup their hands, they can drink water. Yeah. It don't need to be filtered. That's what my dad would say to me if I was in that situation. No shame neither. It's just, he's so cheap. So, Cynthia's mom was the one who put the $3,000 up for the alcohol. Now, before that whole thing happened, they were like, well, maybe we should do a cash bar. Okay. I've been to a couple weddings, and each time it was an open bar. Now, it doesn't have to be open bar, because apparently that's not how everybody does it. But open bar worked for me because, one, I'm thirsty as hell. And then 2, I'm broke as hell. And then 3, I used to be an alcoholic. Not in real life, but I was, I was a college student. I was drinking everything, and if it was free, I was drinking it twice. And licking the cup. And leaving no tip. Those were the days, huh? Those were the days. So they came through. Kim bought her own bottle of wine to the wedding. White people. If it was a black person, we'd have been like, but it was Kim, and like, come on now, what else would you expect from Kim? Then they get married underneath some big Tyrannosaurus Rex testicles. Cynthia was coming down the aisle, and the preacher looked like he was BFFs with Eddie Long. He was like, hold on, he had the Bible or whatever they read in Atlanta, and he was like, yes. Cynthia's makeup looked awesome. Her dress was, I could see what she was trying to do there with it. It was, it wasn't like a hood dress with like cutouts. Like when really, really hood girls go to like prom or whatever, they design a dress. And there's always like some random cutouts on the side, or like a cutout on the shoulder. Or it'll be made out of like Louis Vuitton or like Gucci print. Something real tacky. But Cynthia looked good. I thought she looked good. 2 guys walked her down the aisle. Somebody who was on Twitter was like, who are those 2 men that are walking her down the aisle? And I was like, her 2 dads. This is in Atlanta, so that would make sense. Then they get married, and I don't know. I mean, I wish them the best. I liked Cynthia on the show until she started acting like a little pussy. But I want to say that my favorite character this season was Sheree. Only because I didn't really see Sheree that much. And she didn't do the who gon' check me boo thing. She didn't wear no She by Sheree t-shirts, tank tops, or turtlenecks. She didn't wear any She by Sheree fitteds, fedoras, or snow caps. She didn't wear any She by Sheree do-rags, or scarves, or hoodies. So I was okay with Sheree this season. She had an audition for some show last night. She thinks that she's an actress for real. She's like, my agent got me this gig, and she went to her audition, and Lavita Alizé Jenkins was one of the casting directors. Lavita from the Steve Harvey Show, also known as Terry Vaughn. They hated Sheree before she even walked into the hot-ass little room. Sheree came in, she had the script in her hand. They were like, and action. Sheree was like, they're like, no. Sheree, if you're not gonna do this, you just wasting airtime. Sheree was like, what? She was like, if you're not gonna take this seriously, then you need to leave. Sheree was like, okay. They were like, oh, whoa, no, cut, time out, flag on the play, offsides, off balance, whatever the hell them sports terms are, X, some. They're like, mind you, it was one, I want to say it was a little fat lady there, and she was like, I don't see that line here. Salty. Didn't like Sheree at all. They want her to play this like angry black woman role. I don't know. Sheree can't act. We know Sheree can't act, but I would say she's not no Angela Bassett, but she's definitely a better actress than Beyonce knows. Can we co-sign on that? Are we in agreement that Sheree is a better actor than Beyonce? Okay. I think Levita was mad, or she was salty for whatever reason, because Sheree stole her cameo on the game last week. Yes, that had to be it, because Levita ain't making no money no other way. I heard that she works at a Waffle House down there in Atlanta. Somebody said every black director in Atlanta is pretending to be Tyler Perry. Meanwhile, Tyler Perry is pretending to have a pussy. So it's like it kind of works. All black people in Atlanta that are in production think that they can produce, write, star, do makeup, do the wardrobe, and all that like Tyler Perry does. And all Tyler Perry wants to do when he goes to sleep at night and he says his prayers is, "Dear Jeebus, please let me wake up with real boobs and a real cooch." As you can see, I'm not a fan of Tylerina Perry. Not a fan. Madea, I can only take but so much of her in one sitting. He be going all out. Lipstick, makeup, lashes, lace front, boobs, pubes, shaving his legs, doing his toes, pushing his cuticles back. Tyler Perry be doing too much for me. I'm sure some of y'all are fans, but I don't get the hype. I really don't. Long story short, because this video is already 17 minutes long, I can see it. Yes. Damn. If you're still watching this, then let me know if you think, because I'm sure, you know, it's a reality show. Bravo edited it so it was more dramatic and it was more like, oh my god, Cynthia and Phaedra getting married. But do you think that, how long, I'm taking bets, how long do you think their marriage is going to last? Or do you think it's going to be like a forever, happily ever after type thing? A Shrek and Princess Fiona type thing? You think it's going to be, you know, a Brad and Angelina type thing, or a Brad and Jennifer Aniston type thing? What do we think? Are we for it or are we against it? Uncle Ben and Tyra Banks, and do you think that the sister and him had something kind of popping off? Okay, for real, I'm gonna go 18 minutes. We're gone. Too dull.